welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole, and on this channel we talk about everything from product reviews, bag reviews, and much more. And today we are doing a makeup tutorial. What? Yes. I'm going to show you how I do my everyday makeup, and I'm not a makeup artist. I'll give you all the caveats to say that don't film makeup tutorials. This is not my shtick, so I'm going to do my best. I will link all of the products, brushes, and everything I use in the description box down below. So let's get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is start with some Unseen sunscreen. This is by Supergoop, and the consistency is completely clear. This is going to act as a primer for my makeup, and then also give me the SPF of 40. So I'm just gonna kind of pat that in, rub it around. It has a really good, like, velvety feeling, so that's awesome. Love Supergoop. The very first thing I do is I start with canceling out my dark circles. I'm a mom of 3, so if you're a mom, you understand. This is going to be the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It has like a little puff, and this is in the shade Brightener. So I just cover my dark circles with that and kind of like rub it in. Okay, I'm gonna have a mirror right here just to like double check myself. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is put on my BB cream. I've been using this BB cream from Miborian. I really like the consistency. And I usually, if I'm not using this BB cream, I use my, I have it over here, it's right here, my Clinique Even Better with Glow foundation and a beauty blender. But when I'm doing the BB cream, I actually just put a little bit on my finger and I pat it in, which I don't normally. I've been using a beauty blender for ages. And with this, I find that I just get the best coverage when I pat it in. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna glance down, make sure I'm getting everything. And I do have some dark circles. I do have some melasma, a couple little spots. And so I try to cover those up if I can. And if I can't, I will spot cover them with some concealer in just a sec. So let me just look here. I'm gonna do just a little bit more around the edges of my face because I missed that spot. Just like a little teeny tiny bit. And just do it right around my jawline. And then I kind of like bring it down a little bit so that it blends. Again, I usually use a beauty blender, but I'm just using my fingers because this gives me better coverage. Okay, now it's time for concealer, like real concealer. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. It's kind of like the Shape Tape-esque. It looks like this. It has that same like big doe foot applicator. And then I pat it on the inside and on the outside. And I'm just going to pat it in. I am in the shade Oatmeal in that, by the way, if you are kind of fairer skin toned like me. I don't know if allergies contribute to dark circles, but if so, that's what I have going on. I kind of bring it up onto my eyelid to use as a primer for my eyelid because we'll put our eyeshadow over the top of that. If I'm not using concealer as a primer, I love using Painterly by MAC. This is in their paint pot, and it's a long wear like cream eyeshadow, but it makes a great base for eyeshadow. So if you're feeling fancy, that's an option. I'm just gonna kind of bring it up to my eye, pat it in. All right. And then my under eyes crease pretty badly. And so I'm gonna set it with some banana powder. And one of the best I found is from Essence, and it is called Brighten Up, and it's just a banana powder. It costs like $3. I've also used Laura Mercier loose setting powder, but for me that's not a good everyday option because I'm not going out to like a fancy event. And so I just kind of pat it to set the under eye concealer. Okay, my battery died, so we're back. After I set my under eye with the banana powder, I go in with bronzer, and I'm using the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I love this one. It's just a good drugstore bronzer. And what I'm gonna do is kind of go around the perimeter of my face. Just like that. And then I kind of bring it down a little bit just in case. Good. Okay, next I'm going to do blush. And for blush, my all-time favorite blush ever is from Maybelline, and it's the Fit Me blush in the color 10 Buff. Looks like this. I bought extras because I'm scared that they're gonna discontinue it. It's just a really good natural blush, and you can be a little bit more heavy-handed with it and not have to worry about it making you look like a clown. So I'm just gonna pat that in. I start on the apples of my cheeks and work up. Same on this side. Okay. So next I'm going to do highlighter. And my favorite brush for highlighter is this brush from e.l.f. It's called like the tapered highlighting brush. Oh, just a highlighting brush. Looks like this. And my favorite natural highlighter for everyday is from Essence, and it's called Pure Nude. Looks like this. It looks like it's not going to give off a lot of color, but it does. But it's subtle. So I'm just going to tap my brush in it, and I'm going to put it right on the high points of my cheeks and down the bridge of my nose. Just like so. It just catches a little bit of glow, you can kind of see. Woo. But it's nothing too crazy, if that makes sense. I mean, not too crazy in my opinion anyway. Okay, next let's do eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I love using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Looks like this. It has a little tiny pencil on one end, and on the other end it has a spoolie. And all I'm going to do is kind of trace the under part of my brow like so. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit. Welcome to the up close of my face now. So I'm going to trace underneath my brow and make gentle strokes to fill it in. Just like that. And I'll show you in a second. When I get to this front hair, I'm going to kind of make a definitive like little pencil, and then also kind of line the top and work up. Just so it gives my brow some definition, because I have a lot of brow. So you can kind of see the difference there. Whoa, that is like I feel like my brows are probably one of my most important features. If I'm having like a no makeup day and I want to look a little bit put together, I'll do my eyebrows, because the difference to me is crazy. So I fill them in just like that. And then what I do is I take the spoolie and I just brush them. Now, because I'm just kind of hanging out at home, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to not set it with brow gel, but you totally could to make sure it stays. So I'm probably going to speed up this next part, which is me just doing this other eye. I meant to say that this brow pencil is $7.99, and it's kind of like a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I've had that once, and I feel like this is real similar. They're pretty easy to find. Okay, there we go. Brows are on. I'm going to brush this one. There we go. Now, my favorite is eyeshadow. And I get comments about my eyeshadow on Instagram all the time. That's why I'm here doing this tutorial. And I'm not a makeup professional, but I use a couple of different palettes. I use this one from Beauty Counter. It's the Romantic palette. I love it. And then I use Anastasia Beverly Hills, either Soft Glam, looks like this, or Modern Renaissance, which is like one of my favorite palettes of all time. And it looks like this. I completely emptied out this pan, and that's what prompted me to get this one because it has my favorite color. It's like tempera. It's a great base. So first thing I'm going to do is take this brush. This is an E40 brush from Sigma. It's just a big fluffy brush, and I'll tap into that really like neutrally colored shade. And I'm just gonna fluff that around on my lid. And it's gonna give us a neutral starting point for the eyeshadow. And that is the goal. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do, I have hazel eyes. They're kind of like green, brown, hazily. And I find that these like kind of like mauve-y colors really help to bring out the color of my eyes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this Beauty Counter color. It's called Brulee. It's kind of like a neutrally mauve. It's right here. And I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is grab my angled brush. This is from Real Techniques and it's called, I don't know what brush number it is, but it'll be linked down below, but it has like a bit of an angle to it, as you can see. And I'm gonna just pat into this shade, and then I'm going to turn it so that the angle is facing up, and I'm gonna go right into my crease like this. And basically this is gonna be my crease color. It's gonna be the transition between the light color of my lid and the deeper colors in the corner of my eye. Just like that. Same thing on this side. I love this brush because you can turn it on its side to get like the perfect blend, but then you can also turn it the other way to kind of buff it out, which I love. Okay, now I have kind of my base and my crease. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this brush out just in case, is I'm going to take a slightly deeper color called Dusty Rose out of this Anastasia palette. Let me turn it so you can see. It's going to be this one right here. And I'm going to take that on this brush from Real Techniques. It's kind of, it's like fluffy, but it's also kind of condensed, so you can make a little bit of a deeper impact there. I'm going to tap that off, and then I'm going to put it right in between the crease and in the corner. So the crease shade is going to go all the way right there to be the transition, and then this one's going to kind of go in the crease and in the corner, if that makes sense. Like so. I don't know what I just touched my... Okay, so see how that's a bit deeper? That's what I'm going to do over here. On the other side, kind of deepen up the outside corner just a little bit. And then you could stop right here with just a crease and like a little deep, or not stop, but you could not have to build up anymore. But if you want to take it to even like the next place, like say you're going on a, I work from home, so if I have like a Zoom meeting and I need to have look just a little bit more put together, I'll deepen up the corner a little bit, and let me show you how I'll do that. I'll take this little tiny pencil brush. I don't have the names of them, let's see. Oh, Detailed Crease Brush, looks like this. But I'm gonna use it to deepen the outside corner just a little bit. And I'm gonna do that with this color. It's called Smolder, right here. So I'm gonna kind of tap into that just ever so slightly. Tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna focus it, like laser focus it right in the corner. Because I don't want it to get a little crazy, I just want to deepen up the look just a little bit. Just like that. Yay! Okay, that's what I want. I'm gonna go for the other side now. Tap in. And then put it right in the corner. Does anyone else have like one eye that they do better than the other? For me, I do my right eye so much better than I do my left. I don't know. But you see how the base of that like mauve really helped the plum blend, and it just looks like, oh, I love it. It's kind of like a gradient effect. I love that. Okay, so what I do now that I have the darker shade on there is I go back to my handy brush that I love that's angled, and I go back into Brulee, and I'm just gonna rebuff right here just so everything blends. Because I don't want any harsh lines at all. I just want it all to blend and be pretty. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lightest color. This is my favorite color of eyeshadow ever. It is right here, and it's called Candlelight, and I'm gonna just rub my finger in it, and I'm gonna pat it on my eyelid. I've tried brushes, but to get the most color payoff, especially with the bright color on the inside of your eye, just use your finger. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. I think this look would be really easy to intensify and glam up if you were going out at night. You could literally just grab like a really bright shade and pop it right in the corner, and it would dress it up so much. Like this shade here would be good to take it up a notch. The one in the Modern Renaissance palette called Vermeer. It's like a really bright shimmery color, but it's so, so pretty. Anyway, also another hack tip, if you want your eyes to look more awake, all you have to do is take a nude color eye pencil and put it right in your waterline, and it will instantly brighten up your face and make you look more awake. Can you see the difference already? This is from Rimmel, and it's my favorite one. There you go. All right, then for eyeshadow on the bottom of my lid, kind of jumping around, I'm gonna take a little tiny brush that came in this Urban Decay palette that I'm using as a mirror, Naked Basics, and I'm just going to dip into this light brown. But if I was trying to stay with just the palettes I've been using, I could also use the Soft Glam Rustic color. We could do that. And it's right here. So I would just tap into a little bit of that, and then I'm going to pop it right underneath my eyelashes. There you go. Other side. I like using an eyeshadow because the line does not look as harsh. And there you have it. All right, next thing I do, which is totally optional, of course, always, is I use a liquid eyeliner. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. A good drugstore option would be the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is $7, this is $22, I think. I can't remember, I think I got this with like a gift card. Anyway, it is a liquid, fine-tipped black eyeliner. And all I do is take it, I've been doing this for years, take it from the inner corner and just pull it out. That's it. And I don't do a wing or anything fancy because I'm just chilling at home. But do the other side. Eyeliner on, done. Next is mascara. And I use the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal. Looks like this. It's kind of a dupe-ish for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. But to get the most out of my mascara, I kind of look down and then wiggle up. I don't curl my eyelashes. I'm terrified that I'm gonna rip them out, so I don't do that. But if you do, and you've had good luck with it, to each your own. I'm just scared that I'm gonna ruin my eyelashes. You guys make a weird face when you do mascara? I do. Try not to, but I do. All right, that eye's done. On to the next. And I will say one thing that makes me different than most folks is I do my makeup every day. I don't drink coffee regularly, like caffeinated coffee. But what really helps me get motivated during the day is to do my makeup, and that's what I do every day. So try to get it done before my kids wake up. Sometimes that works, sometimes that does not. Okay, there you go. So now all we need is a lip product. And you guys know how I feel about lip products. Man, I love them. One thing I almost forgot is to lighten up my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna just do that really quick. For lips, I'm going to use a Buxom lip gloss, and it's a lip polish, and it's in the color Sandy. I think bold colors on your eyes, it's great to do like a nude lip. So there you go. This is my finished look. Let me kind of turn. You can see the highlighter there. And then here's a look at my eyes. Let me see if I can zoom in just a bit more. Okay, here's a look at my eyes. The last thing you can do to hold your makeup in place is use a setting spray. I just got this MAC setting spray, but I've used ones from NYX in different places. Basically, you just close your eyes, spray, and then let it dry, and it should help your makeup stay in place all day. Especially if you have an event or something, it would be a great idea to use something like that. But there you have it, guys. There is my makeup routine. I hope that you guys found this helpful. I hope that you learned something. If you enjoyed this and would want to see more, let me know in the comment box down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys again in my next one.